Hello and welcome to The Print. Today we're joined by the Bengaluru South candidate, Mr. Tejasvi Surya, who won by a margin of 2.5 lakh votes, 2.7 lakh votes yesterday in Bengaluru South in the just concluded Lok Sabha elections. Thank you so much for joining us. I'd like to start by asking you what you make of the elections, both nationally as well as in the state.
Sharan, this is a very clear mandate for the NDA. It's a clear indication, a stamp of approval for the Prime Minister's leadership. People have unequivocally spoken and have elected the Prime Minister and his coalition with a full majority. So it's a stamp of approval for the Prime Minister's vision, his transformatory governance, his leadership, which has benefited the country immensely the last 10 years. And in Karnataka, just 1 year ago, BJP had lost the state elections. We have bounced back. We, along with our JDS, our NDA partner, we have 19 seats in Karnataka today, which is a very big jump in our performance. This also proves that Prime Minister is incredibly popular in the state. It also proves that just in 1 year, the state government has become very unpopular. So this is a vote very clearly for the Prime Minister's leadership, for the Bharatiya Janata Party's governance, and the faith and trust that people have in the BJP and in the NDA and in the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
And in the state.
Of course.
In the national scenario.
Absolutely.
The BJP fell short of a majority on its own, despite the 400 paar, campaign slogan. What do you make of that?
Well, it's true that we are short by a few seats. As far as BJP's overall majority is concerned. But what is more important is the NDA has been given a full majority. Narendra Modi ji will be the Prime Minister for the third term. That's the outcome of these elections. A few states where we expected that we will perform better, that is UP, Haryana, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. These states we have lost a few seats. That has, of course, translated into the BJP falling short of a full majority by ourselves. Nevertheless, the outcome of the election remains the same. Narendra Modi ji will be the Prime Minister for the third time.
During your campaign, we saw the Prime Minister speak about, minorities, Muslims, reservations, Mangal Sutra and other issues. It doesn't look like any of those strategies have worked.
What is strange from yesterday is that the party that has lost the elections, the party that is bound to sit in opposition for the next 5 years, is going about celebrating as though they have won. And the narrative around the BJP's victory is somehow that things have not worked in the favor of the BJP, because we ourselves had set very high benchmarks and standards for ourselves because of the 400 paar ambition. But we have won the elections. We are going to be forming the government. It's our leader Narendra Modi who will be the country's Prime Minister. So our election strategy, the narratives that we have taken to the battlefield, those have worked. People have backed us. And the issues that you mentioned, whether it is the Prime Minister's Mangal Sutra remark, whether it is the response to the Muslim reservation, has always been a response to the Congress Party's manifesto, the Congress Party's agenda, statements by India Alliance leaders like Akhilesh and Lalu Yadav. Therefore, you cannot construe the response that we have made to a particular statement of the India Alliance leaders as a narrative that we have started. Our narrative has been development. Our narrative has been the cultural revival of this nation. Our narrative has been our strong foreign policy. our narrative has been that India is the fastest growing economy in the world. These are things that we have primarily focused on during the campaign.
Your Ram Mandir issue as well. It was something that y'all played up quite a bit on construction of the Ram Mandir, but the BJP lost in Ayodhya. What do you make of this?
Sharan, honestly, I think there are a lot of local factors that have, played important factors in the Ayodhya and the Uttar Pradesh elections. I think the united spectrum of Hindu voters, which was what was leading to the BJP's victory in Uttar Pradesh, this perhaps in some way has gotten, dismantled to an extent because of the caste narrative that went about. So I think in addition to that, there may be many other local factors which, as of now, I am not aware of because we have still not asked our karyakartas from the Faizabad constituency as to what went wrong. But that doesn't mean that people of the country are not euphoric about the construction of the Ram Mandir. It doesn't mean that people of the country are not excited and have not given a stamp of approval on the construction or the revival of the Ram Mandir and the other cultural sites in the country. I was in Ayodhya a couple of weeks ago for the campaign. There were literally lakhs of people thronging the city. The economy of the city has completely changed because of the Ram temple. Especially from the south of India, there were literally thousands of devotees from Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka who have gone there on a pilgrimage. So I think the Ram Mandir as a cultural project has been very well received by the people of the country.
In a sense, there were other losses of seats as well in other states like Rajasthan. You did a clean sweep in Madhya Pradesh. You lost one seat in Gujarat. What went wrong in these states? I mean, what were the underlying factors that, according to you, went against the BJP?
Sharan, I think it's very early because we have just completed the elections yesterday. I have still not got a chance to talk to our karyakartas from these states. So it would not be appropriate for me to arrive at a conclusion without taking ground inputs from our karyakartas from these states. So I think I'm not equipped as of now to analyze what went wrong in these states.
Also, coming to Karnataka. Now, in Karnataka, we saw the BJP and JDS alliance. According to you, did this alliance click in the manner it was supposed to click? Because you'll have made major gains in Old Mysuru region.
Absolutely. The fact that we have won, or rather sweep the whole of the Old Mysuru region is an indication of the success of the alliance. If you look at the Old Mysuru seats, starting from say Chitradurga, Tumkur, Chikballapur, Bengaluru rural, which was considered a bastion of the Congress, we have won there with a massive margin of 260,000 votes. Mysuru, all of these seats, Mandya, Kolar, all of these seats, we have, increased our vote share. We have also won these seats in a decisive manner. The BJP-JDS alliance has been very successful, and this is an alliance that is here to stay.
Prajwal Revanna, was that going to be an embarrassing issue? He lost eventually, but how did you manage that issue? And his loss, somewhere something that you don't have to defend anymore.
Well, see, the coalition, the NDA, or in fact the JDS as an organization, as a political party, cannot be made culpable for the individual wrongdoings of a particular person, what he has done in his personal capacity. The law has taken its own course, and his personal actions or inactions, whatever they may be, that is going to be held accountable by the process of the courts. As far as the political process is concerned, the party as a whole, whether it is JDS or the NDA coalition, they cannot be held accountable for the wrongdoings of a particular individual done in his personal capacity, especially when the coalition and the party that he was a part of rather, has completely denounced any association with him and has suspended him.
So now that you all have, now you all have made some gains in the JDS. Now, do you believe that the BJP on its own can enter the old Mysuru region? Because, you all have formed the government twice, but never with a majority of your own, largely because of your less presence in, these parts.
Well, see, it's not just old Mysuru. I think all across the country, as a political party, our aspiration is to expand geographically and become a formidable fighting force, a political unit that truly represents the people's aspirations everywhere. Just yesterday, we have gained absolute majority in Odisha for the first time. Out of the 21 Lok Sabha seats, BJP has won 20 of the 20 Lok Sabha seats. We have had a full majority in the Odisha Assembly. Our coalition has come to power in Andhra Pradesh for the first time. Our vote share in Punjab has gone up to 24%. Our vote share in Tamil Nadu has gone to double digits for the first time, seen a threefold jump. So I think BJP as a political party is very clear that we must expand geographically, because we believe that we truly represents the ethos, the aspirations of this country and its people, and it's our duty to expand geographically.
Speaking of Tamil Nadu, I mean, you're one of your stars in the BJP lineup, Annamalai, also lost. What do you make of the result there? Because you're hoping to open your account, though you've opened your account in Kerala, nothing in Tamil Nadu. What do you make of this? And I think you have about 10.36% vote share now, something to that effect.
14%.
Okay, close to 14%. Final numbers may be out. So what do you make of the result in Tamil Nadu? And do you believe that the result in Karnataka will actually allow you to penetrate deeper into the southern states where your presence has been limited so far?
Absolutely. I mean, look at the way I see the Tamil Nadu results is that BJP has now finally arrived as a force to reckon with in the state of Tamil Nadu. All of these years, whenever we were part of a coalition, we were always the junior partner. For the first time, we went into elections as the senior partner in an alliance. And the BJP, JDS, I mean BJP, PMK and other alliance in Tamil Nadu, we have touched a vote share of close to 14-15%, which is formidable. And it is a clear announcement that the BJP has arrived and the BJP is here to stay, and it is only going to grow. Nothing has ever been handed over to the BJP on a silver platter, Sharan. If you look at the history of the BJP, it has been a history of sangharsh. It has been a history of fighting for every inch of political ground. That's how the party, grew from a mere 2 MP seats to a 303 MP seats. It's nothing came easy for the BJP, and this consistent effort, this persistent tapasya that the BJP cadre has done for so many decades, this will continue to do in new areas and new territories. We have first opened our account in Kerala today, which was considered to be impossible. We have broken that fortress. It's a matter of time before Tamil Nadu and Kerala will also accept the BJP.
So coming to Bangalore now, I remember you telling us in a previous interview that this time you will have a 5 lakh victory margin, right? And you've fallen short by it, but nonetheless, it's a big victory. Now, Bangalore has been hard fought this time. Would you agree to that? That it's been a hard fought election, and let's say in Bangalore Central, the margin, the winning margin has come down by quite a bit. What went right or wrong for the BJP in Bangalore?
2-3 things. Traditionally, the BJP has always been a strong, formidable force in Bengaluru. If you look at the last 3-4 Lok Sabha elections, BJP has always performed well. Even in the Vidhan Sabha elections, when BJP did not perform very well all across the state, the performance in Bengaluru was very encouraging. We won close to 16 assembly seats here. So the BJP, Bengaluru has always been a fortress of the BJP. The fact that Congress in Karnataka is a formidable force because they have, the government here. They also have a strong organizational unit here. And trust me when I say this, the amount of money the Congress spent in the Lok Sabha elections this time was astounding. It's not something that we have seen earlier in any Lok Sabha elections. So I think the fact that Congress was in power in the state, they have a strong, formidable organization here, and the fact that the Congress also had the money power here in Karnataka because of the fact that they are in government and they spent tons of money, all did present a tight fight for the BJP and our candidates. Nevertheless, in all the 4 seats, we have performed very well. We have retained Bengaluru North. We have won there with more than a lakh margin. We have won Bengaluru South with 2,78,000 votes, the highest among all the 4 Lok Sabha seats. Bengaluru Rural, which was considered to be the bastion of the Congress and the seat held by the Deputy Chief Minister's brother, we have won that seat again. We have won that seat for the first time. Bengaluru Central, Sharan, is a very different ball game because of the demography involved. Out of the 8 parliamentary assembly constituencies, we don't get any leads in 5 of the assembly constituencies because of the overwhelming, or rather I would say one-sided voting of the minorities. We gain lead in just 1 or 2 or 3 assembly constituencies. Therefore, traditionally, the lead margins in Bengaluru Central has always been low. And all over the city of Bengaluru, we have seen an increase in the minority votes, the Muslim votes specifically, which has of course resulted in the diminishing margins of the BJP candidates in all the 3 seats.
Coming to the BBMP elections, now the last time we spoke, you spoke about how you were rallying behind to ensure that these elections are held. 4 years, Bangalore has not had a council, and for the longest time we've suffered with all sorts of crumbling infrastructure, lack of development and other things. Now you're back in the parliament. How do you propose to now hold the BBMP elections and hold the BBMP itself more accountable and not run only by bureaucrats?
Well, it is the responsibility primarily of the state government to conduct the BBMP elections, because municipal administration is a state subject under our constitution. So the responsibility to hold the state elections falls flatly on the state government. I hope that they conduct the elections whenever they are ready. It is important that elections to municipal corporations, to Jilla Panchayat and the tier 3 level of governance is held regularly, just like how the assembly and the parliament elections are held, because unless we decentralize power to the tier 3 levels of governance, it is very difficult for us to make good governance felt at the grassroots. So I am all for it. Even yesterday, after our victory, while addressing our party cadres, I asked all of them to get ready to face the BBMP elections whenever it comes.
In your second stint, will we see a different Tejasvi Surya operating on very different platforms, or will it, you have in the past gone with Hanuman Chalisa campaign against, some comments against the minorities? Now,
One second, Sharan. You said Hanuman Chalisa campaign. A person was playing Hanuman Chalisa in his shop, privately sitting by himself.
In his complaint,
One second.
there is no...
No, 1 second. It was later added because the complaint was adulterated, because the local police, under the influence of the Congress government, did not allow him to file a proper FIR. What he had written and what was later put in the FIR, they are two completely different versions. So suppose tomorrow an individual is sitting in his own private premises playing a religious song, and a group of thugs come, pull him out of his shop, thrash him for the particular song that he was chanting or playing. Would you be okay with that? Should that not be opposed? Should you not, as a public representative, isn't it your duty to go and stand and demand justice for the victim? Will you or the print be in support of mob violence? What happened in Chickpet, what happened in Nagretpet was lynching. It was mob lynching, mob violence. Should I close my eyes to such things? Absolutely not. Whether it is Hanuman Chalisa in this case or whether it is any other religious song in that place. If you firmly believe that the constitution of the country gives freedom of conscience to practice a particular person's religion, and if a state must practice rule of law, then you have no place for mob violence. So what I did that day, I will do again. If anybody is put in such a place and if somebody's freedom of religion is violated. But as far as the issues are concerned, the last 5 years, Sharan, has been a very big learning experience for me personally. I was 28 years old when I got elected. I must candidly say that when we got elected, even drafting a letter to the minister was something that we had to learn from seniors, etc. Because we were not, nobody is born with experience. Even when I still remember when we went to parliament for the first time, we had to ask so many people to find out where to, get the attendance register, where to file your 377 notices, how the whole system works, how to file questions. The last 5 years has been a very steep learning curve for me personally. We have learnt a lot. I have benefited greatly from the experience. As a person, I think I have become more patient, more humble, more mature to handle people's grievances and people's aspirations. I have gotten to learn firmly that the three qualities that any successful public representative needs is abundant patience, incredible hard work, and boundless humility. I think these three things will continue to be my guiding mantra, and I will try to double down on our efforts. So many projects that we have initiated in the first term. 40 years Bengaluru was asking for a suburban rail. We got it in our last term. We'll complete the suburban rail project. We started the STRR. Close to 40% of it is complete. We will complete the 60 remaining percent and make sure that Bengaluru becomes more easy. The decongestion of Bengaluru is prioritized. We have started the airport line metro. Close to 40% of the civil work is complete. We will complete it before 2026 so that people can zip to the international airport very easily. Metro phase 3 running through my constituency is in the last stages of the central cabinet approval. We will push through that so that lakhs of people in our constituency can benefit of the metro. I have always championed the cause of Bengaluru startups. We will continue doing so. Whether it is COVID or whether it was when a bank was defrauded and depositors came on the streets, or whether a builder defrauded our people when we intervened and got 2,000 homes constructed for the middle class. Our office has always been the go-to center in times of crisis for people. We will continue doing that. We will continue the welfare activities that we have initiated the last 5 years. I run a free dialysis center. Every month we do 800 free dialysis there. 1,000 people, poor people in my constituency, get free medicines delivered at their doorstep every month, up to 5,000 rupees. Close to 10,000 students in my constituency, out of private funds, donations. I've given scholarships to these children because I believe they are the ones who will be the Ambedkars of tomorrow. So we have done all of these welfare work. We will double down on all of them. So this is what you will see the next 5 years.
One on the national scenario. Now, one of your former MPs had made a comment that we will get 400, and that is to get 400 seats. It will, it's to change the constitution. Now, this seems to have had some effect, at least in the northern states or the early phases of elections. What clarity would you like to bring to that? Did that also go against the BJP's, election campaign?
Well, there are multiple factors that go into making a campaign successful or not so successful. This may also have been a factor. We do not deny that. But I think people also judge political leaders and political parties based on our actions as well. The last 10 years of the Modi government has seen nothing but strengthening of the constitution. It has seen strengthening of the SC/ST Act to prevent atrocities on the marginal communities. It has seen how rule of law is strengthened. We have opposed even our opposition to uh, the Muslim reservation is primarily because Constitution does not permit religion-based reservation. It is again further strengthening of the Constitution. It is our government that abrogated Article 370 and extended the whole of the India's constitution to Jammu and Kashmir by further strengthening the constitution. So I think if you look at the larger picture and judge us by our actions and not by the statement of one or two fringe elements, the BJP has always been the party historically, whether it is saving the country's democracy at the time when Congress imposed emergency in the country, or the few examples that I gave of extending the Constitution of India to Jammu Kashmir fully, whether it is strengthening reservations, whether it is abiding by the rule of law. All of these actions indicate that the BJP has always worked to strengthen the Constitution. Therefore, people will judge us by our actions and not by the statements of a few fringe elements.
One on Prajwal Revanna again. Now, we saw the entire BJP ecosystem, speak out against the Neha Hiremat murder, but we didn't see the BJP, nor the right-wing groups or pro-Hindu groups protest against the accusations made against Prajwal Revanna nor his family.
I think the Prime Minister, as well as the country's Home Minister, as well as the senior leaders in the state, and all leaders at every platform, both before media and off the media, have always unequivocally condemned what has happened in the Prajwal Revanna case. They have said that the law must run its course, that there will be no interference whatsoever by both BJP and JDS. I don't understand why this is not seen. The Prime Minister, in not once, but in multiple occasions, has distanced himself, has condemned what has happened. The Home Minister has spoken about it. We have made our stand very clear.
No, but protests on the streets here, because you all have taken to the streets when there have been other cases. Why not in this?
Well, whether it was Neha Hiremat's case or whether it is the case of in Prajwal Revanna's matter, our position is very clear. We do not subscribe to or support any person, any individual who is going to behave this way with the women of the country. This is very clear.
Last question. What is next in store for Tejasvi Surya? Do you see yourself entering the cabinet? Do you see yourself being given bigger positions? I know your answer will be whatever the party gives, I will do it. But what are your expectations this time? I mean, do you look? Do you see yourself taking up a position within the Modi cabinet if the Modi cabinet comes?
No, there's no if about Modi cabinet coming. Modi is going to be the Prime Minister and it is going to be our cabinet. And this is not a politically right answer that I'm trying to give in front of the camera. Sharan, I have been 5 years ago when I've been working for the party with as much dedication as I work today. I never thought I'm going to be an MP. All of our Karyakartas sitting here, all of us, we have come to the party with an intention to give to the party. This is the DNA of the Karyakarta of the BJP. We have not come here to take something. I have come here because there have been two ideas that have always driven me, two ideas that I've gotten inspired from Swami Vivekananda, that India has been kept poor for a very long time. Indians are poor and poverty is debilitating. We need to make India and Indians more prosperous materially. This is one idea that drives me. The second idea is for India to remain as India, for Bharat to remain as Bharat. Hindutva must be the DNA, but the spirit of governance. These are the two ideas that have been the core of my philosophy. This will continue to be the two ideas for which I will continue to work. This is what inspires me. I honestly do not have personal ambitions. I am here for an impersonal goal.
And under the new government, or rather the BJP retaining Bangalore, do you see Bangalore's problems that we continue to face? IT capital, all the nice, endearing monikers like Startup Hub and everything. Bangalore continues to suffer the same problems. When it rains, there's flooding, trees, all the problems.
So, Sharan, I think, all of urban India faces these challenges because for a very long time, we have criminally neglected urbanization and urban centers as a country as a whole. We have a lot of work to do. And this is again, not just by a single individual or a single institution. The state government, our corporators, our planning bodies, authorities, state government, union government, all of these must come together to fix our urban centers. And whatever will be my role in doing so, I will fulfill it to the best of my abilities with 100% sincerity, hard work, and dedication. There is no two ways about it. Every time I am outside of Bengaluru, the moment I come back, I feel so fortunate that I am born in this great city with such lovely people, such great weather, and it's our duty to protect this city. It has so much to offer to India. And this city has given me an identity, it has given me a purpose, and there is nothing more inspiring for me personally, motivating for me personally, than contributing every ounce of my energy to make this city and our state better. We are going to do 100%, 100%.
Let's hope for the best. Thank you so much, Tejasvi.